Hi everyone, my name is Christy and welcome to my Trying a New Makeup Product Everyday series. Today I'm so excited to be trying out the Natasha Denona Zendo Eyeshadow Palette, and this is a palette that apparently everyone got in their September 2022 Boxycharm Luxe box, and this is a $69 palette and I'm so excited to try it out. I've tried out a few different Natasha Denona smaller eyeshadow palettes, and some of them I have loved, some of them I have not loved, but I'm very hopeful that I will love this one. It's beautiful packaging here, and you've got a lot of different colors, which I think is really fun. It doesn't have like my go-to essential shades really, of like a light white, off-white shade, a highlight shade, but we've still got a few neutrals in here, and then I love a pop of color. So I'm excited to play around with this. I love that it has a big mirror. And by the way, if you haven't seen my Boxy Luxe box unboxing, that video is up here on my YouTube channel, and I think I got a great box this month. Okay, first things first, I'm going to do some swatches. I love the look of this teal shade. A nice feel to it. Is that matte? It looks matte, but I was expecting it to be a little shimmery. Let's try this. Definitely a shimmer. Ooh, like very soft texture. Ooh. They seem very nicely pigmented. Ooh, that's a really pretty metallic shade. Oh, same with that blue. I love that finish. The matte, not a very impressive swatch. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah, the matte shades really did not swatch pigmented at all. But that doesn't mean that they're not going to show up nicely on the eyelid, but that's actually a really bad swatch. I haven't had matte eyeshadow, or eyeshadow in general, swatches this bad in a long time. Can't even remember an eyeshadow that swatched this badly. Oh goodness. But here, let me show you a zoomed in view of those swatches. I really hope that they'll show up better on my eyelid, but I am going to go ahead and test these out with and without an eyeshadow primer. And the eyeshadow primer that I always use is this Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion that I'm just blending all over the lid and up to the brow bone, since I like to apply eyeshadow pretty much all the way up to my eyebrows. And speaking of applying eyeshadow to my eyebrows, let's start there with a transition shade. Usually I'd like to take like an off-white matte shade and set the lid. Then after that, I like to highlight the brow bone and inner corner, but I don't have those two shades. So we're skipping those steps and jumping right into the transition shade. So just with a fluffy brush, I'm gonna pick up, I think I'll go with this shade called Balance, the lightest matte brown shade in here. And I'm gonna blend this in this crease, brow bone, transition area. And this shade is immediately doing actually a lot of things that I don't like. It's not blending out easily. It's looking very patchy. As I am blending it out, it's like my skin is eating it up. It's like disappearing as I'm blending it, but it's also coming across very orange. And a lot of like these warm tone browns just end up looking so orange, and I don't love orange eyeshadow on me. So I'm not liking this first shade. It's really hard to apply. It's hard to blend. It's just disappearing, and that's with the primer. Let's go ahead, even though this is not looking good, I'm just like fed up with that shade. Let's see how it is on the eye without the primer. Like, is it even gonna show up at all? Barely. Barely showing up. That's wild. It's as if I'm not even applying anything. The more I blend it, the less it is there. I have tried out so many eyeshadow palettes on this series, and this is probably one of the most expensive palettes that I'm trying out. And at least based off of these swatches and how this first shade is applying, this is one of the worst quality palettes I have tried out. That's a pretty bold statement for having only tried out this one shade on my eye so far, but I am blown away by how not impressive this is so far. But okay, we've got plenty of other shades in here to try out. Even though this one didn't swatch well, this brown in the corner called Zeal, I think I'm gonna have to go for this as my crease shade because I don't have any other option in here. And I like to build up dimension, contour in the crease. And well, this orange shade in the transition area certainly did not do that. But let's see if this shade can help. So I'm gonna try and focus this right into the crease. Yeah. It is patchy. And it's kind of a weird shade of brown. It almost looks like it's like a green toned brown, which does not, it does not go with this other orange shade on my lid. I'm like trying to diffuse it out and it's not blending. It's looking very uneven. That looks terrible. But let's go on to the other eye. Oh my gosh, look at how much less this is showing up. It doesn't even look great with the primer, but without the primer, it is even worse. It's going away. Let's see if I can build it up. Yeah, it's like stuck down. It's very hard to blend. I feel like I'm going over it and it's just so patchy. The matte shades in here are not good. But we've got some shimmers and the shimmers seem to swatch better. I think I'm going to start with this shade here called Mindful. And I'm going to pick it up on my finger. It looks super pigmented on my finger here. I'm going to press this into the outer corner. Okay, that is some pigment. Wow. It's not even really a metallic, but it's way more pigmented than those other matte shades. I don't know what this would be, but it's like almost like a velvet finish. That's kind of cool. I like this. It's easy to apply, just tapping, and I'm getting full opaque pigmented color. I don't love this color. It's like a terracotta, like an orangey brown, but it's my favorite shade I've tried so far. Let's see if, oh my gosh, this eyeshadow look is a mess. I'm like trying to blend it, make it look a little better, but it looks truly terrible. So uneven. I love pink and sparkly, so even though it doesn't really go with this look, I'm just going to have to use this shade. It's called Tranquil. It's a metallic. Picking this up on my finger. Let's apply this to the rest of the eyelid. Oh my gosh, these metallics are so much better. Like, they actually show up, have pigment, are opaque. That pink doesn't look terrible with the browns, but I feel like it's getting kind of lost in the look. But I do like this pink metallic. You can see it shows up nicely. It pops pretty nicely. And it's really easy to apply with my finger. That helped the look, but it's still a mess. And then maybe I can help this look come together a little bit if I take this shade in the corner. It's called Sense. It's like a metallic burgundy kind of. And I'm gonna blend this along the lower lash line just with this little applicator here. Ooh, that looks nice. And that actually really does complement the other shades. I think this really did help. Still not my favorite eyeshadow look I've ever done, clearly, but it's not turning out as bad as I thought it would turn out based off of how we started. The metallics in here, the shimmers, are not bad, but for $69, I need every single shade in here to be incredible. And the matte shades in here are some of the worst eyeshadows I've ever used. So here is my finished look. So with the primer versus without it, oh my gosh, just such a difference in how vibrant and pigmented the eyeshadows look. And with a good quality eyeshadow, I don't like to see a difference in with and without a primer. Like, I can't see a difference with and without a primer when it's a good quality eyeshadow. And this, it's better with the eyeshadow primer, but it's still not great. So I am definitely bummed that I don't love this palette as much as I was hoping I would, but at least I didn't spend $69 on it. At least I got it with a bunch of other great products in my Boxy Luxe box. But thank you so much for watching my video today. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel so you can see the makeup that I try every day. And I will see you tomorrow in my next video.